Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now, we just did NBA Draft winners, and now we're going to be doing NBA Draft losers. So make sure you slap the like button and subscribe. I'm using Embrace the Pace's draft, all-season rosters, so I'm going to leave a link in the description to his YouTube channel. He has about 20k subs. Sub to it. And I'm also going to be leaving the link to the winners video in the description, as well as my Madden 18 franchise poll. That's in the description of, every video. And let me just promise you, I know I'm showing Lonzo Ball. The Lakers are not one of these four losers. The Lakers weren't one of the winners, but I said they're illegible because it was kind of obvious that they won with Lonzo Ball. So, I promise you, bandwagon Lakers fans, or non-bandwagon Lakers fans, and just passionate Lakers fans, or Lonzo Ball fans, the Lakers did not get no. But without further ado, let's get right into it. First loser is the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, I have no clue what Danny Ainge was smoking last night, because, let me tell you, I think there was some crack in there. This past week, you'd think the Celtics would get an A, because A, they had a gazillion second-round picks, and B, they had the third pick. They could have the first pick. Now, no, I'm not saying Samanjaway, Onjaway, or Semi Ojelele sucks. I gave that like an A or A+. I think that was a really good pick in the second round. I like to call him Samanjaway, Onjaway, but I really think he's a good player. But other than that, Jason Tatum, I gave that pick a B. I think he's a very good player, and for the Celtics, he makes sense because they're not one of those bad teams up at the top. And he's a safe pick. Celtics, they don't need to take a flyer like Harry Giles. They're already a good team, which is why they took Tatum. But the thing I don't understand is why trade the first pick, which is probably Mark Elfolt, who is the best player in the draft. And instead you get Jason Tatum. All you get is either that Lakers pick from the Sixers next year or the 2019 Kings pick, which both of those picks can be very good. And the Celtics might not get either one if, let's say the Lakers one is number one, then they don't get either pick. And the Celtics get ripped off. All they get is like a 2021 Sixers pick. And the Sixers are going to be good in 2021. So that's worthless, if you think about it. Now, the Celtics, they could use big men. But, I mean, there weren't any big men worthy of being taken 3. And Jason Tatum, I feel like, could be the easiest to slide to the 4. They did just draft Jaylen Brown last year. They do have Jay Crowder. So, a wing isn't their biggest need. However, they could use a wing more than a guard because they have Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Avery Bradley, Terry Rozier. And they decided to draft 2 more guards in the second round. Don't really get that. As well as Samanjaway, Onjaway. But the thing I don't like about it is, instead of Tatum, why not get Jimmy Butler? No, other than again, Jimmy Butler was actually traded before the Celtics pick. So why not get a Paul George or something? Now, I don't think any team should go after Paul George because he's already saying he's going to go to the Lakers. But maybe the Celtics could get him, and he'll love it there, and he won't want to leave. But I don't think we should have got Paul George. But there's one perfect person, and that's Kristaps. They should have somehow got Kristaps Porzingis. Because A, the Knicks are, for whatever reason, willing to trade him. I don't know why. And B, they need a 4 really bad. So I give them a C-. I don't know if I said it, but yeah, C-. I know I just said it. I have no clue why I just said it. I don't know why I said it. So my next loser is not the Kings. We just have to be playing the Kings. It's the Milwaukee Bucks. I am putting Giannis at point guard because I wanted to start foul maker. But anyway, the Milwaukee Bucks are my next loser. So they had the first and second round pick. They didn't really make any trades with either of their picks at any time. They didn't make any trades last night, which is fine. They don't need to get a superstar yet. They are one of the rising teams in the league, so it's not like they're the Nets or the Kings. So it's not as bad that they got handed it now, as Giannis just destroyed Buddy Hield. And then De'Aaron Fox fouled him, but no foul. Don't get it. But with the 17th pick, the Bucks got DJ Wilson, who's a power forward from Michigan. And DJ Wilson's a very solid player. However, he was not in the top 30 on my big board. And while this is a deep draft class, I feel like 17 was too high for him. I think they could have gone with someone like Semi Ojelele, or as I like to call him, Samanjaway, Onjaway. The GOAT. what a name. Maybe like an Even Rabb or a Jared Allen. Jared Allen has been an especially good pick. Because Greg Monroe, who knows what the hell they're going to do with him. And Jared Allen is around the middle of the first round, or at least where I would have him. I had him like 15th on my big board. He went 22nd to finesse. Poor Jared Allen. But then again, he beat up on my Jayhawks. So there you go. So DJ Wilson, I mean, they have Jabari Parker at power forward. They could use like maybe a point guard more. They played Malcolm Brogdon at point guard. However, I mean, then again, they have Brogdon who can play point guard. Giannis can play point guard, so maybe I'm a liar. They couldn't use a center more, a shooting guard more, because I like Chris Middleton a lot, but, I mean, then again, Brogdon's a shooting guard, if you think about it. So what I think they really needed was a center. Well, then again, they have Thon Maker, so I'm lost. What they needed was a backup big, and they got a backup big, actually. Oh, my goodness. I'm lost. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have given him an L. I mean, I feel like there's more talented players than DJ Wilson, which is why. But then again, the Bucks have gotten a lot of wins in the past few drafts. Thon Maker, he showed a lot of flashes last year. That's a win. 2015, Rashad Vaughn, he hasn't really played yet. 2014, Jabari Parker, second overall pick, he could have got like Embiid, but Jabari Parker, minus the injuries, has been really good. 2013, Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, let's be real. The 15th pick, they got a future MVP candidate, so. And in the second round last year, Malcolm Brogdon. That's a win. So the Bucks, it's fine, like, since it was the Bucks. In the second round, they got Sindarius Fordwell, who was really good in the tournament, but other than that, I have no clue. And on the roster, this is Embrace Pacers roster, if I haven't already mentioned it. They had Sterling Brown, who was drafted by the Sixers, so I don't know if there was some sort of trade where maybe Sindarius Fordwell was traded for Sixers or a multi-team trade. I don't really know. It's Malcolm Brogdon with the swish. Please don't ask me why Curry nor Jokic are playing. I don't know why. It is what it is, but the draft's biggest loser, in my opinion, is not the Chicago Bulls. It's the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets have done pretty bad as of like the past 5-10 years. And they've been consistently drafting in the lottery. They haven't really found a star. I mean, their star they found was a second-round pick. They found solid players like Jamal Murray, who showed flashes the past year, Emmanuel Mudiay, who's shown flashes. Gary Harris wasn't in the lottery, but he was in the first round, so I feel like saying him. He's been good. Yusuf Nurkic, when they had him, they made a terrible trade. I knew when they traded Nurkic, that was a stupid trade. And they lost the first round pick out of it. I don't know why. But, so, let's start with earlier in the day where there were rumors that the Denver Nuggets could trade their 13th pick as well as Emmanuel Mudiay to the Phoenix Suns for Eric Bledsoe. Now, the Nuggets are sort of like the Timberwolves in a way. They've always done talent, but they can't win. The Timberwolves decided to act on it, got Jimmy Butler, but Emmanuel Mudiay is solid, but he's not great. I mean, Emmanuel Mudiay, with a green release. I mean, in this game, he's been out here like Steph Curry, but in real life, he's not exactly Steph Curry. But instead, they draft Donovan Mitchell with the 13th pick, which I like Donovan Mitchell a lot, but they traded the pick to the Utah Jazz for the 24th pick and Trey Lyles. Why on earth would they do that? Trey Lyles was taken of the lottery in 2015. He hasn't really shown too much yet. Why are we destroying the Warriors? But he hasn't shown too much just yet. I feel like he can become something, but you don't trade down 11 picks and all you get back is Trey Lyles. And then with that 24th pick, they took Tyler Lydon, who I don't think is first-round talent. Similar to DJ Wilson. Then in the second round, they had 2 second-round picks. They picked some European kid, and they picked Monte Morris. Which, Monte Morris isn't a bad pick, but he isn't, like, a great pick or anything. Mason Plumlee shoot the 3. But, the Nuggets just, I'm not going to give them an F, but I'm going to give them a D- because they couldn't have done too much work. So, dear Phoenix Suns, what if the Nuggets offered you this trade? The 24th pick, which was Tyler Lydon, but I don't know if the Suns will take Tyler Lydon, Emmanuel Mudiay, and Trey Lyles for Eric Bledsoe. Why is Emmanuel Mudiay doing so good? If you don't know who Emmanuel Mudiay is, you'd be like, yeah, sure, this guy should win MVP. But you get my point. Emmanuel Mudiay, Trey Lyles with the 24th pick for Eric Bledsoe. No, I wouldn't do that. The Suns wouldn't do that. Yet they would consider doing the 13th pick and Emmanuel Mudiay, which apparently to the Nuggets is better. Or is worse, I should say. I don't know what the Nuggets front office was thinking, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness, Emmanuel Mudiay and Will Barton are looking like the Splash Bros out here. So the last draft loser is the Indiana Pacers. I mean, the Cavs sort of lost. They had no picks. The Cavs and the Clippers did nothing. The Wizards didn't have any picks either, but, I mean, they got Tim Frazier. But the Cavs did nothing. But the Cavs aren't my loser. It's the Pacers. Now, the Pacers are sort of like the Celtics in a way. Just like the opposite. I feel like the Pacers drafted pretty well. TJ Leaf, I think I gave that pick like a B+. Then in the second round, they drafted Ike Anigbogu, who's also from UCLA like TJ Leaf. So they got 2 UCLA guys. And now all they need to complete the triangle is get Lonzo, which I don't think LeVar would want Lonzo in Indy. That would be sad, especially with the whole Paul George stuff. Indy's not going to be good for a while unless Miles Turner absolutely breaks out. Which, I mean, Miles Turner's a beast. But Lonzo and Miles Turner, I don't know. Maybe. That could have happened, theoretically, if Paul George didn't reveal he was going to leave. But anyway, Ike Anigbogu, I gave that a B. And then they traded for Edmund Summer, who was like the 52nd pick. I gave that like a B+ too. He's had injury issues, though. Well, he's like a first-round talent, but injury stuff. So the Pacers didn't draft bad. It's just that they didn't trade Paul George. Now, obviously, Paul George kind of screwed them by saying, hey, I'm going to leave. I'm joining the Lakers next offseason. Those rumors are all true. They're all true. I'm leaving, y'all. Adios, amigos. You're not really even my amigos. But was that a good impression? No? Okay. I thought I did pretty good. That wasn't too bad. But anyway, like, they might have to go with that Lakers deal for Clarkson and Randall and the 2 draft picks at 27 and 28, which, personally, I think the Pacers would be getting heisted. Kind of like the Bulls. Well, no, it'll be much worse for the Pacers than the Bulls, if you think about it. Actually, I mean, yeah, it actually is, if you think about it. Because the Bulls got 3 very talented players. The Pacers might only be getting 2. And, yeah. And I'm lost. And the Pacers players are going to be on heavier contracts because Jordan Clarkson's already making $12 million per year. And next offseason, Julius Randle needs a new contract. Next offseason, Zach LaVine needs a new contract, but Chris Dunn and Lauri Markkanen have 3-4 years until they need new contracts. They're going to be on their rookie contracts for a while, if you think about it.